Thanks everybody. Let's get going for today. I think I had the listing not coming up right. So let's go through for today a quick update of our major crypto, obviously starting with Bitcoin and what we can look at, really expect going forward. Uh, After threatening this 57,000, 57,329 level, we talked about that last week. We did have a hop confirmation with HSI. Essentially 56,600 to 57,330 is the area we're examining, and I think you're seeing a pause here. Okay, but this is not doing an explosion like it should be. This thing should be clearing major hurdles, and we should already be, in my opinion, up to a target 1, type 1 reaction. So, absolutely. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate everybody showing up. Yeah, you're right. Let me just take a quick second. There is our disclaimer. Risk disclaimer. This is entertainment purposes only, educational, not financial advice. Thank you, David. The other thing, really quick, before we get much further, for everyone that's new, please go over to harmonictrader.com, become a basic member, access all the information once you sign up on the basic members page, including the software, and then finally get to the Discord. Click on the link, join the group, get started. I think we've got a great thing going there, and it's coming together quite nicely. Back to the charts. So Bitcoin, and we are working with Harmonic Pattern Collection. This is for TradingView. And I think for crypto, with all the different feeds and everything that TradingView offers, there are other platforms that have crypto, NinjaTrader, MetaTrader, but I think for every coin that we want to look at, TradingView's got it all. So it's probably a good place to start for most people, but you're welcome to try all of the different versions. So for Bitcoin, we do have a certifiable pattern that has our attention for the moment, and we are at completion. Noted simply, take a look. Here's the sun icon that completed several days ago. This is on a 2-hour chart, and we find it actually, someone mentioned that it was on Owanda. The structure was appearing on Owanda and some of the currency feeds, but not like this one, yeah. But not some of the other mainstream like Coinbase. This is a great example. This is currency.com. In fact, pulling off of currency.com, still showing the same level, about 57,000. This is, in this case, the 1618 is at 56,889, which is a valid level. But we know that, the hop is 57.3, low end 56.5, 800 point range for BTC. And we do have a secondary confirmation. So again, check a couple different setups, different data feeds on BTC. You can even look at, say, BTC futures. Here's a feed on forex.com, 2-hour feed. Slightly different alignment, pulling off of a different starting initial point. That's why. But again, that happens. And I say stick to your main data feed where you're trading. But for analysis purposes, we do want to look at, the main ones, the big ones, and then try to come up with a consensus level, which is really what we do have, including our confirmation that just came in over the weekend with that check back. We formed the arrow. We went down one more time. We're trying to stabilize. We're trying to get into a type 1 reaction that takes you to target 1, 62,467. It's still there. It's just you're running out of time. Definitely. Don't want to screw around too much more. Keep in mind on that. I need to pull up one other thing here. Thank you. So let's look at the top list of crypto. And I think absolutely, we're in a holiday week. So a couple comments about that. Yes, over here in the United States, markets are closed Thursday. So I will not be doing a live stream Thursday, but we got the whole Black Friday shenanigans. Us capitalists. So we'll do something for Black Friday instead. So today, got a little late start. Tomorrow, we'll be back at 11 a.m. Friday, 11 a.m. Black Friday, we will make some major announcements and give you guys a Black Friday offer. Again, if you want to get on the current situation subscription, okay, my recommendation is take the free trial now, and I will offer the free trial so everyone can have plenty of time with the Black Friday through Cyber Monday. A lot of people have asked me about this. I don't really, again, I'm not marketing. I will do this, and I do it once a year just because a lot of people ask for it, and people do make decisions. They shouldn't. I mean, a Black Friday thing shouldn't matter whether or not you get the tool you need. And that's what we're looking at right now. So for all of that, I'll on Friday come on back and we'll get into that kind of fun. The other thing I'll start doing is giving away books and giving away stuff, freebies to people that show up. So, like right now, who wants a book? First person to respond, Volume 3, I will send you a book. You just have to email me your username. I think those are the kind of things I can do. We can make it fun, get more people to show up, and and give away some software. I think Friday I can give away software and do some stuff like that. All right, David, you win. All right, Snipes, you win too. Both you guys, email me your address. That's it. That's it. And I'm only giving 2. You guys, next time, come back tomorrow. I'll give away more books. I think I'll give a book away every session. So I'll pop a question out. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So I'll give a book away and I'll mail it to you wherever you live. So let's do that. Let's do that every session until the rest of the year. So there's only 40 people in here, so and could have enough sessions where everyone could get a book. So all right, come on back, and if you guys stick around, you'll eventually get a book. But that's the stuff I want to do, and I want to direct everybody to the software because some of the changes, some of the new stuff that'll be coming, that I'll be announcing on Friday, will be a major update where it will be your last chance. I just say this, to buy Harmonic Pattern Collection. So I did want to kind of let everyone know that I will no longer be selling owner's licenses for Harmonic Pattern Collection. So we'll be going to annual subscriptions. There's a few reasons why, and I think in the longer term that's going to be the best way for me to avoid any kind of liability or any kind of ownership issues. Liability being really important at this point. Got to be mindful of it. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't think everyone's fully aware. There's a lot of scrutiny on the industry at the moment. So let's keep it educational. We're going to be really on the just doing what we do, measurements and talking charts in our favorite, mostly crypto and other markets, but I want to keep it on crypto too because these are unregulated markets, so I can make comments about this stuff without having any problem. Other markets, you could get in trouble making comments on various price levels. Don't get me started. So quickly, let's take a look at what's going on in BTC in this zone, because we're trying to bust out and can't. So here's the butterfly PRZ. I did mention again, some other data feeds are showing a crab pattern. I think the key number is, in any instance, really defined by this 2-hour HSI at 56,650. At that low, we retested. We've broken out. Okay. BTC trying to make a couple thrusts to get out of this hole, and it is in a hole at the moment. It is in a hole. So there's your uptrend off of that critical check back low. And look at the indicator, what's going on here. Just a lot of sideways action. We might even want to come back down for one more time on amplified RSI. Look, your green line turns on. That usually means this is just corrective wave. We need to come back and retest it. Same way that we did back here. Look, green line went on. You still had to come down one more time before we could consider that complete. You bring in the check back line. It's pretty clear. Quick comment about the Macintosh. There is a version for Macintosh. You have to use it with the Windows OS operating system in the background. Again, other than TradingView, which is probably the way to go, especially for Mac people, there aren't too many platforms that are functional for Apple, surprisingly, for iMac, etc. Some, but we've had issues. That's why we don't really pursue it too much. We have a workaround for like eSignal, and we have something else for MetaTrader, I believe. So we have instructions on the site. Ask me if you have other questions. So that is the big announcement, though. Today, really, we're moving to the subscription basis. So if you want to purchase it, you're going to be able to purchase it the last time for Black Friday, and that's it. And I phase it out. And you get the gold membership. The gold membership is going to change. As I said before, if you're looking for a monthly membership, the other thing about the Black Friday deal is that I'll be offering a monthly membership where you can have up to 3 licenses. HPC Pro, 2 of those, and 1 TradingView on a monthly subscription plus gold. Again, all that'll come out Friday. Thank you. But let's get back to Bitcoin really quickly, because we are in the count, if you will, from our check back. What does that mean? Well, we have pattern completion. This is the correction off of the $68,000 peak in Bitcoin so far, as low as 55.6. That's really low. That's a surprising pullback. But the check back and everything that we're looking for really just started, 3-4 days ago? This is a 2-hour chart. And we would basically count 30 bars from this point to the right. And you are, 10, 15, you're 20 something, almost 22 bars here, getting to the point where, what are you going to do? You're going to come back one more time? 57,600 at the moment. I don't want to see that. And this relates a lot to what's going on the weekly basis, daily basis. I mentioned last week we're still looking for the crab scenario. Let me remove all of these drawings. And now let's get a little perspective. So let's say this is just an uptrend. Okay, let's just draw a simple channel. No harmonic patterns, no nothing. Okay? Just assess it like that. Now, one thing that we do look at are the simple corrections within these trends as little reciprocal movements. Like that would be a reciprocal ABCD. We did talk about this last week of how that really is kind of a 5-0. I'll trace it out in a second, but essentially looking at these brief reciprocal corrections, then there's another one where you're there. That reciprocal is 55,500. All of that coming together where that should be it. You know, I really don't want to be considering anything below these levels. I think if we tighten up our channel, we can see it. It's a very specific range here. This has just hugged this channel. And what you're looking for is this to basically maintain the integrity up to 89,000 with the completion of the crab pattern. We've been talking and saying stair step, stair step. All right, there it is, 87.5, 87,000. But you would want it to maintain that channel, folks. Okay, and again, we do have, so we're back in here, testing channel low, testing channel low, forming the channel low. And how does that correspond with indicators? Because this one actually does help, where, look, the channel lows are retesting amplified. Now we have one more. We're not there yet, almost. And this is on a daily, so today really could be the day we set this up on the daily time frame for being oversold. Maybe it's just a function of needing more time. I'm not crazy about it. Like, I don't like to see this thing. I don't like to see a pattern, especially a type 1 pattern, form the completion and then like a dud go sideways. That kind of harmonic pause stuff, you know, it will at a minimum take more time, but you don't want to see it go below that hop level, and we're challenging that right now. We were here on Thursday, and do look at Thursday session because as it was, the hop was hitting, we were breaking down and was saying, okay, let's look 57, 330, 329 is that level. And we've seen this before where some of the altcoins over the past 2 months, things like Algo and Cardano, did some major corrections off of a pretty strong move, and then spend some time and then bumped. Let me just show you Algo, because I thought Algo would rip, and it's been stuck in this range. Where'd it go? Here you go. I really thought Algo did do, depending on, again, some of these exchanges, Algo did a crazy move. And so we can't look at it the same way. Some of these have gotten distorted, and I can't really speak to that in terms of it's difficult. Why? Because we've had, let's go back to the Algo situation. Algo was something for, I don't know, better part of a couple months, right? We were talking about 165, 160 on Algo, mainly because we had this consolidation. Beautiful Gartley. It did this crazy, there's your type 1 move, came up, reaction. Never came all the way back to hit the hop until this did. Okay, and until we got back all the way down to there, which was interesting because we had some bearish numbers up here. So where we found ourselves squeezed between these two levels, 224 on the top side, basically 165 on the downside. And this is something I'm personally investigating more and more of, these automatic moves. Automatic, even if we're range bound, I've been saying these markets are tradable more than holdable. And this is one of several that did a couple of moves from 165 hop, bullish hop to bearish hop. And then what happened? It did something outrageous in a, scam spike, if you will. This is just the other day. I mean, this is a couple of days ago. And you go to a 5-minute chart, you'll see it that there's actual trading up here at $4. What's my point? The point is the harmonic pattern, that type 2, even as sustainable as that was, unsustainable as that was, still gave you the massive home run move. The type 2 retest gave you something crazy on this 4 hour. This is algo. I'll go to it. There's several of these. How do you handle them? Well, what are some of the crazy targets we talked about? You know, doing for algo, I remember for a fact we were, let me remove this, let's just clean it up. Okay, we've been looking at algo to retest its 886. Kind of like this. Actually, this is more like a Gartley. It's really close. We can call it a bat pattern. But your 886 is right about there. So 296, $3. And it did it in a scam wick. Okay? This is something where, folks, there's a few positions that I've been in like this and failed to capture even 50% of the move because of that unsustainable thing, or I'm not in front of my screen. So what do? Well, start taking chunks and putting target orders in well in advance. And maybe you get picked up and don't care. Simply don't care. This is happening. This happened to several of our positions. Several things in the last, 2 weeks. Let's go to Chili's. Something, I'm still in this. This one did a scam wick. Here you go. Depending on, again, data feed, all about the data feed. Let's go. I think, yeah, we were talking Coinbase mostly. There's Binance. And still looking, here's Chili's. We're still looking for the larger development. Depending on the data feed, because Chili's has been trading on certain exchanges longer than others. Here on Binance. Okay, you look at that W formation, that bat action breakout move, around 86, 87. That's the play that we'll look for. Now, I want to just highlight Chili's because, look, go to the 1 hour time frame. We're back down here. Couple of big patterns. Okay, you had a few spikes recently, even as high as 60. This is very tradable. How are we going to deal with this? Okay, and believe me, I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't even want to, I mean, I will share. I'm talking, for me to miss six-figure moves like that, I have to stop what I'm doing and figure it out. Even if it's as crazy of a swing move as that is. I have missed a couple of six-figure moves because of that very phenomenon. And then by the time I get back or see it, okay, well, what am I going to do? Stay with it. Try to capture the next one. There's a lot going on here. Again, this is crypto, so this is a crazy environment, but the takeaway is, one, we're looking for type 2 retest patterns that consolidate clearly at the levels, and then they go. Or, like this one for Chili's, back to back. We get a big pattern, and this one did a type 1. Come back in type 2. There's a couple of them that have done this. Cardano is the other one where if you go back to before this stuff really started rocking, back in October, to the sessions that I outlined there, that we had a group of these that were all kind of just, after they did that big surge, they were consolidating. Cardano was one of those that, big move, came back off of here, and we've been looking for, I think Cardano was like 185 was the number. And we've had several impulsive moves, 20, 30% moves, but that's it. no follow through. Again, my takeaway with these is that you have to be trading them, and if you run smack dab into some bearish patterns back to back, expect pullbacks, expect more stair step, less moon, more stair step, which is more opportunity. Let's think of it this way, and I've talked about this before, where stuff like Cardano at 195 for a move up to 220 is huge. That's an amazing 15% move in a very short period of time. But that's what we have been seeing. Now, how to handle it requires, I feel, predetermined profit targets. Here's Cardano right now on the 1 hour. Beautiful back-to-back pattern situation. And look at this type 1. All right, we're hitting the target. We just had the green arrow for HSI index to give us the confirmation. Come up in the reaction, and this is, like I would say, over the next day or so. We'll come back to this tomorrow. I'll see how we do, but give us some consolidation, type 1 reaction, come back down, and then go. And then get back to that hop level at 2. So that's what we're going to look. We're going to be handling a lot of these situations coming up very soon. They keep on pushing higher. Some of them are pretty dramatic. One or two new ones I want to share. Here's this engine coin. I think I mentioned that before. This one is trying to break out to new all-time highs, but doing another pullback. Here's the thing I like about engine coin. All right. The correction up here, and even if we just use harmonic strength index arrows, which believe me the arrows have been phenomenally accurate in terms of direction and positioning. All right, I'm looking at this just most recent pullback in engine, just that, a retracement. We had a nice reaction off of here. We're trying to bust through. Now just look for the retest, come back and consolidate and go again. Why? Because look, kick it up to the higher time frames. Go to the ones that are trying to break out to all-time new highs and accelerate. That's a fairly steady uptrend here off the low from July. And I'm looking for, now check out what's going on here, because engine is doing a big pause. I mentioned this last week at this bat pattern, but it's type 1 looking like it wants to fail. All right, that's why I'm looking for potential setups, continuations that take it above the all-time high. Like if you really want a moon, you need to fail some bearish patterns. So again, this is all about how initial reactions happen and how reversals set up. If you don't have that, you step aside or you respect the larger trend. One other one that's been something I mentioned about, I guess it was a week ago. Crypto.com, folks. This thing, let me show you the hourly time frame we talked about last week was an alternate bat. We've got to go, it was like at 33 cents. Where was it? Let me go back. I know I tweeted about it. Maybe it was a 2 hour. Hold on one second. Maybe I just go to Twitter. Let me go to Twitter here. Bring up and if you're not on Twitter, go to Twitter or go to Discord, because we're starting to put the charts there. It's just a tighter community in my opinion. Where are we going? One second here. I know I posted that this morning. Here it is. Okay. So here was the original. Yeah, that was back on the 10th, not even 2 weeks ago. But ideal, really just a sweet 1 hour bat pattern continuation. And it's taken that as high as above 80 in a spike, depending on the data feed. I mean, some others went, I think, as high as 88 or 85. Coinbase was what, 82, 84. And again, go to daily time frame, something with a little more history. Like if you go back, here you go. What's that? OKX, OK Exchange. Where's Binance? Yeah, there's crypto.com, the exchange itself of its own coin, which is probably your best data feed for the original exchange. All right, massive blow off. The Discord channel, really quick, go to basic members page on harmonictrader.com. All the information, go to harmonictrader.com, become a basic member. Everything is there. It's the easiest way for people to remember and to access. So crypto.com, folks, look. We talked about this potential of a 1618. And that was all the way back at 44, and we blew through. Where are we now? Well, 2618 is right at 67. What about a 314? That's about 78 or 80. Like that. Think of it that way. We're already in a hefty 314 advance. How high could this go? Well, off of that last move, and I talked about extreme extensions last week, 3618 is about the top end that we use. Other people say, oh, what about a 424 or a 576 or I don't know. No, just 3618, folks. There's enough there. That's at 88. So definitely check all of that. We're going to watch that. You're 72. You really came within a stone's throw. So I'm going to watch this carefully. You're trading 70 something and change. There's been a lot of hype on this. Market cap wise, here's another thought. Okay, you're at an extreme point. Until we have some kind of confirmation of this rolling over, you're still in a hyper excited state. That's the way I like to think about it. You do have HSI here on a daily amplified rolling over, but you're still in the extreme. So if we were to turn back up like this, you might see this thing continue. Not quite there yet, but let's be aware of the fact that it has rallied several 100%. I would target somewhere around $1 or maybe shy of $1 for a big target. And then, of course, what a larger possibility? Yeah, I mean, definitely larger possibilities exist on, if we go back to this time frame here, weekly, I think that's your best bet. You're looking for some kind of termination of a big exponential blow off move here. But crypto.com starting to gain market share, now 30 billion, 25 billion, I think. That could easily go to 50 or 60 over time on a general sense. So again, some action behind there, but technically, harmonically, probably another 20% higher, and I'd want to look for profit targets. That's a good comment. There's a comment about the 424. Yes, other people have used the 424, 4236, 424, 4618, 6618. Those are all numbers that, hey, if they work for you, definitely use them. Again, for me, I feel like we can complete the entire wheel of harmonic ratios, if you will, simply by, with a 3618, because once we get to this point, like in crypto.com, yes, this thing can go higher. I think we've got, actually there's some 5-minute stuff in it right now. Let me look here. Yeah, here you go. You had some, it's amazing. I mean, look, you had a beautiful bat pattern down here. And it goes right up bat to bat. There you go. Look at this, folks. Look at that back to back. And those are automated patterns on crypto.com. We just completed a type 1. So here, look at it like this. We come down for type 1 and then go back to type 2. Kind of like that. But really nice 5-minute patterns. That's extremely tradable. I mean, 66 to 74. That's a great move. It's 15% in a very short period of time. So that's really, don't hodl too much. Final point, I really want to just show a few moments of Ethereum. I covered a couple of the ideas that, a couple things to be looking at. Tomorrow, let's get into more altcoins, and even dive into total crypto market cap, because that will also show some things. But here's Ethereum, folks. What's this doing? We had a big ABCD pattern down at the low at 39.58. That was it. And we haven't done much since. Let me go. That's on the hourly. On the 4-hour chart, now this is where it gets interesting. Depending on your data feed, the software is picking up the crab, and we just finished the type 1. Now we go down to the type 2. We might have to come all the way back down under 4,000 on Ethereum, folks. How does that shape up with stock to flow and other considerations that could be an issue? I don't know. I don't think it's moving in the right direction if you're a fan of all of that. I think it's something you have to really be aware of, that we're late in the crypto cycle. People are saying it's going to, continue well into next year. I don't agree with that. And in fact, a lot of the timing says, relative to past cycles, the timing's up. So I'll look at Ethereum perfect type 2, and I'd even venture to say, with this kind of, we have a perfect type 1 reaction, no follow through the target. Now we come back down and retest. 37.68 at the hop level could be something that we could be looking at pretty quickly. Be mindful of that phenomenon. I mean, I think we've already seen the kind of volatility that we can experience, and that could be a washout before you go. We've seen that a number of times where this stuff has to do the type 2 to really trigger the larger move. So, okay, maybe that's an opportunity down there, and I would be really focused on the exact level of the hop, 37.68. Is it on any others? Yeah, you're starting there on Gemini. 37.62 is the hop, and this has got everything, of a type 1 classic. There's classic type 1. There's your indicator. There's the sun icon that tells you the pattern's completed. The green arrow goes on, bang. You're officially in a type 1, and you go up and hit target 1 with red arrow for bearish confirmation to tell you reaction over. Now we look for the return back down. I mean, this is a prime, this list of crypto we're going through exhibit kind of the prime framework features that we see in all of these, and the larger moves. If we're looking for more substantial moves other than just brief reactions, you want to look for that launch pad. I would venture to say it's going to have to be down here. Give me an HSI down here with a retest. HSI is almost down there, but not quite. I would be looking for this into tomorrow, folks. Come down and retest and then go from there. That might take 2 days, but that's where we are, especially understanding how these patterns develop and recognizing it's type 1 reaction, type 2 reversal, all playing into those dynamics. So that's why we're not really mooning some other ones, other crypto. Let's get into that tomorrow. I'll look at the EOS, the NEO tomorrow, and I'll go into some of the other crypto that I think is still shaping up pretty well. So again, a lot of the crypto that I'm looking at currently are the ones that are between, the market caps between 20 and 50, or maybe even 20 and 100. Those top 20 to 100 that are changing and shifting. I mean, if you look at it long enough and you follow this list, you'll see the ones that are moving up and down. We've seen that in LRC. We're seeing that Engine Coin. We're seeing Crypto.com for sure. Now a top 20. So those are the things we'll look at tomorrow. But a lot of, a lot to kind of hold our breath for sure. A lot of things we want to see with Bitcoin. You pretty much want to see it start to pivot. If it doesn't hold here, I'm going to have to reassess. And if Ethereum, same deal. If it comes down in here, exceeds this XA level, or goes below the hop, it's in trouble. I'm going to have to reassess, because the whole time frame, the expectation of time, folks, everyone's looking for this thing to moon now into the end of the year. And wouldn't it be great if it did the absolute opposite and dumped on everybody? So let's talk about that tomorrow. The BCH, yeah, I'll bring that up. We'll update that. That did the same kind of a thing that we saw in some of these other mooning scenarios. So I'm going to throw that out, where if you're in a position, don't be afraid to put a limit order to take profits at double or triple the price in case we get some kind of crazy spike and you can get picked up. That is happening. It's a reality. It's crazy because the harmonic patterns are putting us in the right spots. But can you really capture that move without a limit order at a measured level? Probably not. I have missed on a few of them to the point where I'm bringing it up as an issue for everyone to consider. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Thanks again. For all the new people, I have to say this one more time. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Please go to harmonictrader.com and follow the sequence of getting set up. You get set up with the software, you download the books, you watch the webinars. Okay, and get with the Discord. Our Discord link is here, folks, on the Harmonic Pattern page. I'll even click up. There's the link. Okay, get with that group and take your time. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a whole month. But at the end of the month, you're at a completely different point than when you started. And that's what a lot of the people that joined us in the beginning of the month, we really just started doing the podcast 1st of November. Today's our 10th show. And I already see the impact. So it's great. I want to encourage that. Encourage your friends. If you've heard of harmonic patterns before, well, welcome to the source, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. But where they come from are my books. And so I make all the books available for free, and I encourage you to download them and review the strategies, the illustrations, the concepts, because you put that together with the software that we have, which does it all automatically. You quickly see the framework. You get a very clear picture, an understanding of where we are in the market. That's what I'm here to do, is to show those situations, outline how reactions, reversals come together, and go through it real time. If you want to look at what I've been doing recently, go to my Twitter page and just go back the last several weeks, and you'll see chart after chart after chart of things that have been just playing out in ideal harmonic fashion. So let's do that. For everybody that has a crypto, come back tomorrow. Bring your crypto requests. I will do it. Why? Because tomorrow is going to be the last day. I'm going to take open questions, because then the questions are going to go for gold members. But I will give away a book, and that was kind of my thing. I'll give away at least one book every live stream, so give you a reason to show up. And then Friday, we'll do a few giveaways for Black Friday with all of those announcements as well. But get started on it. And everybody, I'm going to basically make people be a trial member to get a book or, get freebies or whatever. So come on back tomorrow, 11 o'clock. We'll be there, be online. And then no session Thursday because of the Thanksgiving holiday. But then we'll be back on Friday at 11 a.m. and we'll do the Black Friday at that time. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great one. As always, go get 'em.